back. I just think it's almost synchronistic now that we're going to have like a Osama death certificate issue and then the Obama birth certificate issue. It's almost kind of uncanny how that's going to work out. But.
Yes. The death of the king and the birth of the king, you know. It should be a curious thing to follow.
Anyways, welcome back, bro.
Thank you, Chris. It's good to be back. Good to be back.
Ciao.
All right. And, hey, you're live on the air at 757.
Hey, that's me?
Yeah. What's on your
Hey,
mind?
that's Alan.
Hey, Alan.
It's Alan. How you doing, man?
Good.
Yeah, you just said birth of the king, death of the king. That's actually what I'm calling about. On Thursday, April 28th, I put a post up on my blog, which was really detailing all of this in advance, which was showing the...
What is your blog?
The blog is allthehappycreatures.blogspot.com.
I thought so. I have that open right now. I was gonna follow this story, so I'm so happy to have you here. So look at all the happy creatures. I was ready to get into some of this with your royal wedding and your death of the king, so let's do it.
Yeah, please. It's just a strange thing, and I know a lot of people take it as strictly conspiracy, and some people take it as strictly synchronicity. I see it's both. You know, obviously it's layered reality. So, but what is happening, regardless of what's causing it, ultimately it is this mirror of king and king. It's birth of the king, death of the king, and I felt it coming so strongly, watching the patterns as they progress. And it was something, you know, I'll be honest, you're seeing this whole royal wedding coming up, and here you have this king story, and then suddenly Obama, who we've been calling the Lion King, then on Saturday, right, he comes out and actually declares himself as such. With the birth certificate, he shows his quote-unquote video of his live birth, showing the Lion King sequence there with the proclaiming himself as the Lion King. Now, Osama bin Laden was called the Lion, and his name in Japanese, Osama, actually means king. So Osama bin Laden is the Lion King, just as Obama is the Lion King. And you actually have this thing of the Lion King killing the Lion King 1 week after, or rather in the same week as all these other royal events with Easter, the rebirth of the king, with his birth certificate. I saw that, at least as an archetype of the birth. It's his release of his birth certificate is essentially him being born on that day. And if you follow these archetypes, I'm sure much the same way that you did with 9/11 and 10/13 and things like that, you can sort of follow these patterns, and it's just incredible to see how strongly this resonated, and something we were able to do far in advance. So.
Yeah, and along with all of that, you've got the whole aspect of CERN looking for God while NASA's looking for Nemesis. That's a very curious connection there as well.
Yeah, and on that note, or a similar note, something I wanted to throw at you, because I know you were on Red Ice talking about the Norway spiral being that it could possibly be essentially made of sapphire. So when I saw the royal wedding was based around this sapphire ring.
Right. Let's pick that up on the other side. I wanted to talk about that. The sapphire ring and the sapphire Norway spiral. With my good friend Alan from Look at All the Happy People. Oh, it's true. We can find our way home, folks. I do have a new DVD coming out I've been working very hard on. It's actually a lot of fan-based videos. It's 5 hours long. It's called E.T. and the Transhumanist Agenda. And I'll have this together very soon. I got some copies out to everybody there at the conference, and it's going to be a good one. And it's all about these very things that Alan and I will be talking about, and that is the Norway spiral, CERN, all of the crazy weather patterns, the use of high technology to bring about blue beam type scenario, alien invasion, solar eruptions, end of the world, you name it, it's in there. And I'll have that out to you hopefully in the next couple of weeks. I tell you, I've been editing. All right, so let's go back to Alan, and let's talk a little bit about this Norway spiral now, and the ring symbolism, and even the Kenya connection, right? So we have the Norway spiral, which erupted over Norway the morning before Barack Obama showed up for his Nobel Peace Prize. And what we found from the scientific investigation of the Norway spiral was that blue beam, using the same terms, coming out of the Norway spiral was actually sapphire in particles. And so it came out blue. So now we have this connection with Prince William. You want to talk about that, Alan?
Sure, yeah. He got engaged in Kenya, of all places, right, by giving Kate a sapphire ring that belonged to his mother, who, of course, is the moon goddess, Diana, right? But he gives her this sapphire ring. Now, there's also, like, an interesting mythological connection here, is that in mythology, Echo, from Echo and Narcissus, was essentially cursed because she was given a sapphire ring from Zeus. Essentially, Zeus having sex with someone, and Hera finds out, and Echo essentially covers for him. And as a gift for making up a story, he gives Echo this ring. And when Hera sees this sapphire ring, she curses her, and Echo is then cursed to only be able to repeat back to her whatever is said. So there's this mythological connection of the sapphire ring, but obviously with the connection here of Obama and the space launch, right, he actually was going to the launch of the Endeavour on the same day as the royal wedding. So now you have Obama with the sapphire rings over Norway, and then Obama with a shuttle launch on the same day as the sapphire ring royal wedding. It's really interesting. Yeah, go ahead.
What do you think about the connection between that and the STS-134 patch?
Yeah. I mean, the STS patch is interesting because it has, in the patch, it has a blue, it's not a spiral, but it appears to be like a wormhole. So it's certainly not the sun.
A blue star. Mm-hmm.
Yes, a blue star, which could be Maitreya, or it could be echoing the Norway spiral. Of course, all these things. It is really fascinating. The fact that they're doing this STS-134 is the one with the alpha magnetic spectrometer is, of course, all the more fascinating because there was, of course, a lot of theories, whether or not it's true, that the Norway spiral was either factored or caused by or increased by activity at CERN, because if you recall, CERN was active that week, and they had ramped it up to new levels. So
it was at world record levels at that moment, absolutely. And then you also had the iSCAT antenna array sitting out there that seemed to be pulsing the spiraling rocket, which was emitting this sapphire gas.
Now, I want to throw you one other thing here. Just really, it's sort of an interesting thing is I had been talking about this movie is coming out in a few weeks. It's coming out May 13th, and it's called The Big Bang. And the tagline for the movie is, "The search for the ultimate missing person ends." Now, who was the ultimate missing person? But, of course, Osama bin Laden.
Yes.
The same day as The Big Bang comes out, we also have a movie called Bridesmaids. And
have what?
A movie called Bridesmaids.
Oh, okay.
And a movie called Priest. Now, the only reason this is significant is because those three movies coming out the same day, essentially May 13th, will echo this weekend that just passed, because the Bridesmaids is, of course, the wedding, the royal wedding. The Big Bang is CERN, the search for the ultimate missing person. There's your Osama bin Laden. And the Priest is, of course, on the same day Osama was killed, they took the Pope out of the grave. Here's another king rising from the grave, like echoing the Easter the week before. So I just think it's interesting that in this, throughout May, where this imagery is going to continue to repeat pretty heavily. And also, I'm here in New York, where I'm absolutely stunned I don't know if you've seen this thing. It's called We Can Know. It's these people, this sect of Christians who say that they've calculated the date for the rapture, and it's going to be May 21st. And at first I had seen this story a few months back, and I just figured it was a few people. But in the last few weeks, New York City is plastered with these ads. They have them up in all the subways, on every telephone booth, in all the newspapers.
Yeah, I saw them all over.
Yeah, the ads say Doomsday, May 21st. And they're selling this book called The Doomsday Code, which says to me a few things. One, obviously, they're very well financed if they can afford all this advertising. And number two, it's not like they're even projecting, hey, Jesus loves you, get ready for the rapture. They're projecting doomsday. Hey, this day is doomsday. It's really pushing this fear. So it's just going to really continue to be a very interesting month as this imagery continues.
Yes, I thought I'd look up where Comet Elenin would be on that day to try and maybe see if this plays into this very same scenario. And May 21st is when it begins to enter our solar system. By May 23rd, it'll start to come in, and I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to think about this whole Comet Elenin. It is right now just a conspiracy theory, and we'll have to wait and see. But there's absolutely an amazing correlation between it and the earthquakes. So I'm a little concerned, and I'll be watching it. But how concerned can we be if, you know, we're going to get hit by a massive planetary body and not a whole lot you can do about it? So why worry, right?
Yeah, I'm not worried. I think it is interesting to follow. And the doomsday ads, the ads that say May 21st doomsday, actually say on them the world's biggest earthquake. So that's interesting if you're saying the comet and the earthquake. And I'll give you another little factor. As you said, the tail end is in September. Well, the sapphire, if it means anything, the sapphire is the gemstone associated with the month of September. So this essentially will go out, and if this comet is passing out in September, it'll then again echo with that.
Okay, now what about the royal wedding? What did you get out of that? You know, that was an amazing thing to fall on Walpurgis night, and we know that most likely the true ritual occurred that evening, not so much, or the next evening, not so much on the night of the wedding.
Oh yeah. Well, it's interesting. Not until after the Osama bin Laden thing did it really all click together, but someone had posted, it was an anonymous comment on my blog, but someone made a really good point, is with the death of Osama, you essentially had in the three major, what we would call the city-states or these independent states, you had these mass rituals where you have the royal wedding, right, obviously in London. You have the in the Vatican, you had all the people cheering on the beatification of the Pope. And then with the death of Osama, all these people partying at the White House and World Trade Center.
It's true. Now, if you add into that Hitler and Eva Braun were married on the same day, and the same as the death of Hitler was the same as Osama, you know, we know we're dealing with ritual, guys. All right, well, we'll be right back, and I'll have Jay the Terraformist live in studio along with my beautiful co-host.